the Book of Alpha-Ronomy, homie. Read it or weep.
Shalom, my Alpha brethren. I have a story today, man, that is gonna, I think, shock quite a few of you, as it did me. Not just because of the event, because the occurrence of this event is not really that shocking considering the climate in this particular society, also considering what just happened to Kevin Hart over some tweets from way back. 33-year-old boxer Pat Manuel entered the history books Saturday as the first transgender male to fight professionally in the United States. In a unanimous decision, Manuel was declared the winner in a fight against Mexican super featherweight Hugo Aguilar. So, the one thing we do know is that Pat was fighting a male fighter, which brings into question, was there any regulations considering the fact that in order for a female to appear as a male physically, there must be some ingestion of testosterone, and quite a bit of it. And as we know, testosterone has been declared a PED, performance enhancing drug. So let's get into the particulars of this individual's rise from a female Golden Glove boxer to a male professional boxer. Pat competed as a female in the 2012 Olympics for the London Games. A shoulder injury after just one fight totally obliterated Pat's dreams of competing in the first Olympic boxing tournament for women. The end of one dream allowed him to pursue another dream, transitioning from a female to a male. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I keep saying he because I'm actually looking at the story on VOA News. Shout out to VOA News. And I'm just looking at, how they're wording the things. And I don't want to have to go through the rigmarole of trying to decipher where I should and shouldn't use it. So y'all just gonna have to take it like it is. Now, after months of hormone replacement surgery, Manuel was ready to enter the ring again, but this time as a male. After months of hormone replacements and surgeries, which means that testosterone was being ingested. So I'm wondering how this even took place. And of course, California issued Manuel a license. But we'll get into one more shocking thing about this story in just a minute. Let's chop it up. Aguilar, who was Manuel's opponent Saturday, learned only 2 days before the fight that he was fighting a woman who had transitioned into a man. Now you tell me, how does that not affect a man psychologically? How does that not make a man feel like, wait a minute, I'm about to get in the ring with a woman? What man do you know can go as hard fighting a woman as he could fight a man? So they threw a monkey wrench into this and caused, I guarantee you, I haven't even watched the fight, but I guarantee you that Aguilar did not fight the way he would have fought if he hadn't known that. Once they sprung that on Aguilar, there was no way Aguilar was going to, pummel Manuel. There was no way. Even though when he looked across the ring, Manuel looks exactly like a man. Still, the knowledge in your mind that Manuel was born a woman is crazy enough. Now, Aguilar said, of course, taking the high road, in the ring, he wants to win, and I want to win too. So he said it doesn't change anything for him. California boxing authorities were not sure about issuing Manuel a boxing license. That all changed, however, when the International Olympic Committee ruled before the 2016 Rio Games that female to male transgender athletes could compete without restriction. So I'm wondering if he could still compete as a female. Probably not, but just something to throw out there. Now, the crazy thing about this is really one of the craziest things about it. I'm almost certain that this fight was promoted by Golden Boy, which is Oscar de la Hoya's boxing promotion company. And so I say, is it really that shocking, considering that it's Oscar De La Hoya, and Floyd Mayweather would not leave Oscar alone about the pictures of him, being dressed up in his garb the way he was that night. You gotta check Floyd Mayweather Instagram, man. Floyd won't leave it alone, man. But Oscar was dressed in full. He was dressed in full drag, man. Like he was fully cross-dressed. And this is the thing. We live in a country where this is totally acceptable. It's been acceptable for a while now. When you look at the fact that Serena Williams has been accepted in tennis as a female, it's who can be shocked. But I truly believe that this was an unfair advantage, considering that I'm sure Pat Manuel is full of testosterone and is still taking testosterone supplements now. You can do a lot of things. But you cannot make the body do what it does not want to do naturally unless you continually enhance that process with drugs. And so I'm certain that there is certainly some testosterone going on. And I think 2 days before the fight, I think it was too late for a drug test, it was too late for all of that. But the bottom line is that I don't think this was a fair fight. And then they sprung it on the guy 2 days before. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie now. Okay, I'm looking at Golden Boy did arrange the fight. But this is what you have to understand. Aguilar already hadn't won a fight. He was 0-5. I mean, this is the country we live in right now. So the agenda has made its way into the more masculine sports. That was just a former, I can't recall who the guy played for, but he just came out as gay. He was a former NFL player. I just believe that we are seeing the transition of the society we live in into something that is the opposite of full-on manhood and masculinity, where, and I think it's a travesty that in this particular sport, where there is a female bent to this sport, there is female professional boxing, that we will be in a society that says, okay, you don't want to be a female boxer, you can transform yourself into a physical man physically, but we'll just tell the guy 2 days before. Anyway, y'all comment down below and let me know what you think, man, about what this world is coming to, man, what this thing is turning into, and how you feel about, the gay Hollywood agenda making its way into boxing, man. I'm out.
Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this real shit. And as always, alphas up, betas down. Peace.